Now then, people, good morning and welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. I hope you're all doing well on this lovely Monday morning at 20 past 11. Don't forget we've got the counterpoint straight after this as well. I've not long got up and there's been a couple of articles that I thought we could get stuck into. Dejan Ljubicic missed yesterday's game for Cologne, still pushing for a move. Complained of having an issue with his knee. Don't know how true this is, right? But ultimately, Leeds still hold an interest in him. Previous offer of €4 million was seen as too low, and his contract is up next year, and I believe he doesn't want to sign a new deal. So Ljubicic could still be on the cards. There's a lot of tweets this morning saying that Willie Gnonto's handed in a transfer request. I call cap. That's my opinion on it. Where's the source? Where's it come from? Where's it begun? I think it's very clear Well, it's just very clear anyway. I remember when Square Ball started a rumour that we were after Danny Welbeck, and it actually made it to the press, right? Like, you get a rumour that Leeds United want David Moyes because Simon Jordan mentioned something on TalkSpot. It's so easy. So for me, until I see it from a reputable source, then I'm not going to say that that's happened. And trust me, I don't think he would, because look where it got him last time. So listen, I might be wrong. I do just want to quickly clear some things up as well, just from my own standpoint. Yes, there has been adverts on live streams. That's something that I've chose to do. I paused them. Been getting some mad comments about it that have really actually, to be honest, last night got to me a little bit with moderators arguing in the chat with one another. I'm trying to do a stream and I'm moderating the moderators. That doesn't work. Also, I received an email of someone complaining that their comments aren't being shown up and stuff. This is my job. I love the community that we've created, but when it's starting to affect me and people are sending me emails or people are taking umbrage with having comments removed or having comments hidden from the channel, I would just say ask yourself why they've been removed, why I thought it necessary to remove the comment. That's not on me. That's not on me. It's just, a little, there was even one comment just, listen, and it's YouTube and I need to get a thick skin in that, and it is what it is. But one comment yesterday was, come on guys, sort your audio out. I listened back to that final word, and I know with Jeremy, Max, and Lockie, we all have top audio. So I was like, what? Why? There's no issues with the audio on that stream. I don't know. It's really strange. So yesterday, I was a little bit in my head with it all, and that was probably because I'd worked such a long day, really long day. I'd done 9 hours, and someone's getting on to me because they've had to watch a 10-second ad. I was a bit like, what's going on here? And then people started arguing over that. And then I've got people saying, let Joe answer for himself. He's a man. You don't need... And I'm like, hang on a minute. You don't know me like that. You do not know me like that. So don't talk to me like I'm a piece of shit, first and foremost. I love the community, but I'm not a dickhead. So don't talk to me like I'm a dickhead. You know what I mean? Genuinely, don't talk to me like I'm a dickhead because you don't know me like that. So, it is what it is. And I just wanted to get that off my chest because it got to me a bit last night, yeah? No, you didn't bust Nas. Not at all, bro. Not at all. Wasn't that. It's just, anyway, it's off my chest now. I don't want to, sit on it, but yeah. If you've had the comments removed, either a moderator's done it or I've done it. And that's why it is. And if I've got an ad on a video, I've got an ad on a video. I pause them, I do that. That it's a decision that I've made. So yeah, if it's ruining the viewing experience and all that sort of stuff, then I apologise and I'll take a look at it. But when it's just one person, continuously, and then it just got a little bit frustrating for me last night. I can't lie to you, but I wanted to say my piece. It is what it is, because I'll only just I'm me, so that's that. Anyway, it's done. innit? It's done now. Yeah, right, okay, so let's get stuck into it. So, we've had a piece done by Joe Donahue. I think it originates from League as well. I'm not sure what that publication is. I'll just quickly share it with you. Listen, there's 400 people in the chat, so please do smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, hit that notification bell. What I'll just quickly do, you see now, is just delay ads for 10 minutes, you know, so there's, yeah, so we don't miss any tidbits. FC Cologne, Dejan Ljubicic pushes for a transfer. Austrian apparently wants to join Leeds United. So on Sunday, Cologne got off lightly as they did a week earlier on the second match day. That's just talking about the match. It does go. Let's have a look. Especially not when, in addition to the long-term absence of regular players such as Max Fingeraf, Florian Krantz and Mark Uth, other key players such as Eric Martel and Dejan Ljubicic were also available. Okay, were also unavailable. Sorry. Offer from Leeds so far so low. At least Martel, who had to serve a suspension from the last cup season, will play on Saturday evening against Eintracht Braunschweig. Will most likely be back. Okay, so he's got a suspension. Then this is the key one for Leeds United. Okay. This was surprising because Ljubicic had completed the final training session on Friday before the FC announced the absence. Okay, so a bit like Johnny Rowe trained and then said, "Boom, you know, I'm not there." The suspicion that there might be more to this personal matter quickly spread around the Geisbockheim. German's not my strong point, but maybe like their training complex or something. And now the Kicker edition, which is today's edition on the 19th of August, is reporting that Ljubicic is said to be pushing for a move to Leeds United. The English second division club has been interested for some time, but according to Kicker, an agreement on the transfer fee is not yet in sight. Most recently, an offer of €4 million was on the table, but this was not high enough for Cologne for a potential difference maker in the second division. Because Ljubicic is only under you can hear my dog. Because Ljubicic is only under contract until 2025 and could therefore leave on a free transfer in a year, the Cologne officials will certainly listen to further offers currently with an open outcome. So this is positive for Leeds United because there was a lot of talk that, you know, because they have a transfer embargo, that they would potentially not be able to bring in players. I don't know if that still stands, but ultimately, if Ljubicic is refusing to sign a new deal and it's got to the point where he's refusing to play, then this can only be a positive for Leeds United. And maybe the club, the 49ers, could well potentially have played a blinder. Now, of course, I'd have preferred Ljubicic in, but if they get this deal closer to the 4 million, as opposed to if they might have had to pay however many days. It's nearly 30 days now, or something, probably more since we were linked. It's probably over a month ago when that bid went in, right? So if they get him somewhere close to a bit like, I guess it's a bit like the Bogle deal, but Bogle got done a lot sooner than what the Ljubicic one was, right? I'd be happy with Ljubicic. I think he's that box-to-box 8. I believe that's his playing style anyway, and he would be our starting 8 for sure. I just want to shout out Jason Robinson, who's become a member. Thank you, mate. Marcus says, keep up the good work, Joe. Big up Marcus. 6 months now. Dale also says, don't let the haters get to you, bro. You grind like crazy, but you have to give us the best content you can and 100% deliver, and hope you do for the future, my God. Yeah, big up. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was a long day. Maybe it was a long day having sit in this chair for 9 hours, and I'm like, why? Like, why? I don't know. Like, August is tough, you know this. I've said to you on a number of occasions. Like, for me, it's tough because I stay close to me fucking desk just in case anything happens, you know, to provide content and that. And I get it, but sometimes it's like it goes from being like a community and that to like I don't know how to explain it, but when it's so condescending and stuff, it's like, you don't know me like that. So don't talk to me like that. You know what I mean? And I do believe I'm quite... I reply to a lot of people that message me and stuff, and I don't want to get to a place where I go, do you know what, I'm just going to have to fucking turn it all off. You know, like in terms of DMs or whatever, because people do talk to me. You know that. And I do reply. And I know others have always said, you shouldn't be doing that shit, man. But but then it's like, do I get to a place where I go, do you know what, I'm just fucking switching all that off. I just turn it off. I just sit here and then that's it. Because I don't want to do that. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it just gets a little bit where it's like, yeah, I'm not a dickhead. I know some people might think I'm a dickhead, but I'm not a dickhead. So like, don't talk to me like I'm a dickhead. Anyway, big man things. Relax. It's done. Anyway, I just wanted to say my piece. Yeah, man. You work. Yeah, no, I get that. Last samurai. Yeah, no, I know that. But that's why I remove comments and delete stuff that are affecting my space outside of here. But then when people are then messing, well, why are you doing that? What have you done that for? Well, ask yourself that. Don't ask me that. Big up to Harry Whitehound, who's just become a member. Legend, man. Thank you so much for that. Boom. Big up, man. Big up. There we go. Yeah, Weber, we're having a good one, man. We're having a good one. Right, okay. So, Ljubicic, looks like that could be a goer, right? Looks like that could be a goer over the next few days if he's refusing to play. Boom. My dog's keeps fighting. His ass stinks, man. I can't even lie to you. And he stayed in my room last night and I woke up, I'm like, my eyes were burning. He keeps fighting again, man. Stinks. Absolutely stinks. Listen, we'll be here for... yeah, I think, look, maybe it's not the injury we all thought. I know someone said it to me yesterday because I feel like Joe asked me before the stream as well, and I was like, he's injured, mate. He's injured. But I didn't, like, I'd only gone off what people had seen it based on what's been said. Maybe he's not really injured, if you get what I'm saying. I mean, Joe Donahue goes into a little bit more detail in his articles, so let's have a look at that. So, this is what Joe's had to say. Let's have a look. So, Leeds United target unexpectedly misses fixtures. Report claims player wants Leeds United move. Big up to Carol, says Joe, your streams are great. Try not to let the Muppets get to you. Big up to you, Carol. Alfie Whiteman has become a member as well. Big up, Alfie Whiteman. Leeds United target unexpectedly misses fixtures. Report claims player wants Ellen Road move. Manji, I don't think so. I mean, someone sent it me. Apparently, it was doing the rounds on Wacko, but like he turned down a move to the MLS, a lucrative move because he wants to stay at Feyenoord. Then yesterday he gets 2 goals and an assist, so any price is probably gone up. And you know, based on what people who know the lad have said, he gets into some Premier League squads, so it'd be very, very difficult. As will Jack Clarke, which we'll get onto a second. Listen, I don't believe the hype on the Jack Clarke stuff. You know, I've gave you my opinion on that, and that hasn't changed. So yeah, but let's have a look what Joe Donahue has said on Ljubicic show. He sat out last weekend's second division match between Cologne and Sandhausen with apparent knee problems, apparent being the key word, right? The player is reported to have trained as planned on Friday, but was then absent from Cologne's matchday squad as the Bundesliga 2 side relied on an extra time winner in the cup. This is from Kicker, the article we've just read, and it does say Leeds United remain in the market for a centre midfielder, with manager Daniel Farke confirming as much in each of his last 2 press conferences. He has thrown the gauntlet down to the board, we know that. Cologne are not minded to part ways with the Austrian international and would find themselves unable to replace the 26-year-old due to a transfer ban prohibiting the registering of new players. It's not yet known whether a fresh bid from Leeds has been submitted, but any transfer agreement is only likely to be reached if United up their offer. Ljubicic is contracted to the German club until the end of 2024-25, raising a real possibility Cologne could lose him on a free transfer at the end of the campaign. That's something, transfer ban or not, they've got to take into consideration, right? Like, if they do get this transfer ban, they do keep him, then he's going to leave for free, and they'll be able to buy players. So if they bring in the money, it's in the back pocket. Do you know what I mean? The club's head of first-team football, Thomas Kessler, said in an interview earlier this month that he had no concerns that Ljubicic would leave. Sounds like our board, right? We have even built an Austrian coaching team for him so that he will lack nothing here. So I firmly believe that he will remain our player. Well, yeah, I mean, if you've built him a coaching team, now he's refusing to play. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe, look, that's as far as we've got on Ljubicic, but he's got a suspicious knee problem. You know what I mean? A suspicious knee problem on the, after he trained, after he'd gone to the game. So something stinks. I did just receive a message, actually. Big up. It made me laugh. Lunga says, Joe, you're a bad influence, man. All I keep saying when something is bad, this stinks, it stinks. My wife hates you. Imagine if Missy's bringing him his tea, he's gone, this stinks, man. Love, should we watch that film? This stinks, man. She's gone, where have you got that from? Oh, sorry, just Joe. I hate him. So I have sent her an apology. If she's watching this, I don't know your name, but I know your Twitter handle, but Lunguns UK, Mrs. Lunguns UK, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry that he says it stinks. Unless your cooking is bad and the film was shit, then it deserves to say it stinks. But yeah, I'm sorry about that. But the mad thing is, I watch a lot of people, bro, so I pick up things as well. That's what I'm saying. I weren't saying it stinks 6 months ago, was I? So it happens. It is what it is. It is what it is. There's another one, right? We move. Although I don't say that much anymore. It's mad, isn't it? We won't be getting in anyone. No confidence in the present board. Look, you have to have confidence. We have to. No, we don't have confidence. That's wrong. Because what they've shown us up to now, we just have to have blind faith, right? You have to hope, Martin Doyle, that they've played a blinder. And what I mean by that is we've now got 11 days. 11 days left of the window. We have to hope they make the relevant moves. They have to. If they don't, it's on them. They have to. Because if they don't, they're resigning themselves to another promotion playoff challenge. Not top two. We don't get top two with this squad. Not for me. We probably don't get 90 points with this squad. Not for me. Because if there's a few injuries, it's all just a little bit ordinary, pedestrian, rubbish. You know? Big up Joe, you're honest. Yeah, big up Darren Lee. Thank you for that. Look, someone tagged me and said Gnonto's handed in a transfer request. Where from? Don't know. You know? And then said he's looking for a move to Manchester United. Well, no disrespect, Tony, who said that. Man United won't want Gnonto. Nor is he good enough for Manchester United. Manchester United have Marcus Rashford, Garnacho, Amid Diallo, Jadon Sancho still on the books. Anthony will cost 90 million on the books. Who they can't get rid of. So whoever told you Man United want Gnonto for 25 million is crazy. Absolutely crazy, because there's 5 players. So that's just wild. Yeah, because he doesn't get in it at all. He doesn't get in at Man United full stop. They've got Amid Diallo. They'll see him as a similar profile as someone who's... Yeah, so that's crazy. Whoever told you that Manchester United and his agent wants him to move there is crazy, because he ain't going there. Not with the names I've just mentioned, do you know what I mean? So that's not happening. If I was to be worried about Gnonto, it'd be to an Everton, to maybe a Palace, just because they've lost to Leeds. But speaking on Palace, I think they hold an interest in Jack Clarke, and that's where it'll be different. That's where it'll be different. Ross Stewart, he's always injured, man. I don't want Ross Stewart, do I? He's always injured, man. Can't stay fit. Can't stay fit at all. So we can't have him. If he could stay fit, it'd be a killer, of course. And Southampton would probably play him in the Prem, but he just can't stay fit. Pointless. Yeah. I'm positive you did, mate. About what, bro? I think he starts, though. I think he starts for Leicester tonight, according to Locks, because Vardy's injured and they don't have anyone else. I wouldn't mind. Yeah, that's a great pick-up, Alfie. Why not? Why not, Stuart Armstrong? It's a great shout. Yeah, but Ashley, who's told you that? And where's it come from? That's the point. Like, and then what'll happen is, as you've seen, I've come on this morning, and I'm not saying it isn't true, but the whole chat is, heard Gnonto's putting a transfer request. Like, where? Who and where and what did that come from? And how's it picked up that much pace? Look, 48 hours ago, people were talking about David Moyes. And that came from an interview done on TalkSport where Simon Jordan said, David Moyes would be a good fit for Leeds, but I still back Farke. So, yeah. And look, he might have. But I would love to know where they got that information from and how. Because trust me, if he put in a transfer request, it'd have been reported by David Ornstein. On the money, on the nose, bang. Done. Do you know what I mean? It'd be out there. That is huge. You know, if it was genuine, it'd have been corroborated by now. So, yeah, don't believe the hype. Now, it may be right, but no. Yeah, Sam, there is a bit of that as well. There is a bit of that. Yeah, but I've maintained, right, so that's that. And again, that's us. For me, that's guessing. Like, I've maintained, and people who watch me week in, week out, I have said for weeks, Gnonto will go, Gnonto will go, Gnonto will go, Gnonto will go. And now even more so because of everyone leaving, right? So we need to quickly get some players in. Whereas, yeah, no, but then I think Matty as well, people are then thinking like, Leeds are still in negotiations to get a player back. Now, they might be separate negotiations, but that deal's done. That deal's rubber-stamped. That deal's done. You know, 40 million, boom, on the nose. Release clause, boom. The reason it's not been announced is because we're still having conversations going, ooh, we'll take 30, but you throw in a player and that. I think people are just looking for reason, or he's still not decided. Like, Rutter's still not come. They've had a game. They want to get it all. He needs to have his medical. Remember, they've had a game on Saturday, yeah? They won 3-0. They was at Goodison Park. There's all these things. That's done. But, yeah. Maybe we might have signed him on an NDA or something, eh? No, see, this is what I mean. That again, that deal's done. But because people, like, have seen that player, Dewberry, they've then gone, oh no, Matty, I'm not on about that to you, bro. I'm just speaking in general terms because of comments like this, because I've seen a lot of it. So, because Dewberry, this is where this is picked up weight, Dewberry's linked, so everyone's gone, won't mind Dewberry, which is fine, yeah, won't mind him. I don't know about the lad, but I've heard from others, yeah, this would be a great pickup. Because it's not announced, people have gone, I think Leeds are getting Dewberry, and then Leeds are negotiating a player, and then it's just gone but the deal's done. Like, there's not the £40 million release clause. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So now, of course, we still might get someone from Brighton, but that isn't why that deal's been holding up. He needs to go. You know, he'll have his medical and that. There was a game at the weekend, then it'll get announced. Like, there's no snags, no problems there. I did watch them against Everton on the Hearts. I was thinking, fucking hell, like, they've got a boss team, a Dingra, Minter, Mitoma, like, crazy. Yeah. Yeah, no, I've seen that, bro. Yeah, 100%. But then it's like, that's what it is. All it is speculation. And I'm just giving you my opinion on that speculation. That's all it is. I'm not sure, and I'm just giving my opinion. Because obviously I get tagged in a lot of stuff on that. So I'm like, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, Minter's really good, isn't he? Really, really good. Right, let's have a look at the Jack Clarke stuff. And again, I think this is an opinion piece, you know. Leeds United in Jack Clarke transfer queue as Sunderland winger faces decisive fortnight while Sweden link quashed. Okay, this is to that Swedish striker. Apparently, we were linked to. So obviously, Joe's gone to ask the club. I don't think we'll get a striker, regardless if you think we need one or not. I don't think we will. Right? I don't need to reload that, but I need. Oh, fuck's sake! Why? I don't need to reload a fucking video of Lee Saw, but. Do you know what I mean? Lee Shabbat. Yeah, I agree with you, Matty. 100%. It's mental. An Ellen Road return for Jack Clarke this summer cannot be ruled out, but Leeds are not in pole position due to likely Premier League interest. Clarke's situation at the Sunderland, for whom he has contributed 50 goals in 114 appearances, being monitored by several clubs. But the Black Cats' asking price and interest from Premier League sides could mean the 23-year-old will instead join a top-flight club as opposed to reuniting with his boyhood team, which is something I've maintained for a long time. Like, he will go to the Premier League. Brentford held an interest. I think Palace do, although that's not confirmed, but that was something I was told. Again, it could just be hearsay. Clarke has 2 years remaining on his deal. They want to extend his stay in Sunderland. However, a bid in excess of 20 million is likely to make the Black Cats think twice about cashing in on a player who was signed for a fraction of the sum. What I will also say is, yeah, we might be in a queue, but genuinely, do you think Leeds United would pay 20 million for Jack Clarke? Now, I am going to ask a poll. Now, don't think about what money we might have or whatever. Just do you think they will do it? So I've started that poll now, okay? So I want you to vote in that poll for me. So the ex-Leeds winger left Ellen Road, which you know about. Obviously went to Tottenham, didn't work out. Went to Stoke, didn't work out. He even came on loan to us for a little bit. I would say he is, mate. I would definitely say he is. Big up to Jason Robinson, who's gifted Just Joe Football Show membership. Big up for that. A Leeds move cannot be ruled out because if Premier League interest does not materialise in the form of a concrete approach or one deemed sufficient by Clarke's employees between now and the end of the window, Leeds will become a more attractive proposition, provided he does not sign an extension, of course. So this throws up one of two things for me, right? First and foremost, like, Premier League interest, don't see it happening, right? What I will also say, at what point are you waiting? At what point are you waiting for that Premier League interest to not materialise? That smacks of deadline day, which smacks of leaving it too late. I would rather Leeds United go get someone else who they can guarantee comes in as opposed to waiting on Jack Clarke, personally. Because, as Joe says, it cannot be ruled out, although I'm ruling it out in my opinion, but it cannot be ruled out because if Premier League interest does not materialise in the form of a concrete approach, then Leeds will become more attractive. But at what point do you make that decision? Do you know what I mean? Like, at what point do you go, right, well, at what point do Clarke's representatives say, right, there's not a Premier League bid coming in, now we'll move, you know? So I think it's a tough deal, and I don't see one that's going to happen. Ramzani, he's staying in Division 2 and signing a deal. Hansen, not being anything after we were originally linked over in Holland. Rowe, don't look like that's going to happen, is it? And Steng's probably out of our reach. I mean, I don't know if it is. I think it's just an opinion piece by Joe. I don't think he's got any direct quotes or anything like that. Here we go. Look, so it does say. Let me continue. Reports. Oh, don't. No, we were, bro. We were. Don't let them do that to you. Don't let them do that to you. We were. We definitely were. Reports suggesting Clarke has accepted a new deal extending his stay until 2028 are understood to be wide of the mark, according to the Sunderland Echo, because that was doing the rounds on a lot of their message boards, I believe. Currently, the Whites are down the pecking order for the winger's signature, and although they are in the queue at this stage, unlikely to be his destination this summer. Elsewhere, despite reports linking Leeds with a move for Hammarby forward Youssef Arabi, the YEP understands the 21-year-old Swedish youth international is not being pursued at this time. Daniel Farke hopes bringing 2 offensive players in addition to a fullback and central midfielder before the deadline, which is next Friday. The Leeds manager reiterated this after the game on West Brom. And United so far have had a Joe Rodon on a permanent. Joe Rodon on a permanent. Roffel on a loan. Cairns from Salford and Bogle this summer. Like, if we're being honest, it's like a 2 out of 10 window. But are yet to make further additions since the ex-Sheffield United fullback's arrival 4 weeks ago. So a month ago now. For me, it is a 2 out of 10 window just because of the quality we've lost and the squad shaping now. It's really poor. They've got 11 days to really get their shit in order. Yeah? Really get their shit in order. You know, that's the issue. We have 11 days. So we'll have to wait and see. Look, I'm hopeful that we can get Ljubicic. It's a positive sign that... One second. It's a positive sign. Sorry, I'm just talking to Connor because we've got counterpoint straight after this. So I'm going to set a redirect now on the stream so that when this finishes at 12, we'll go straight on over there. And you won't need to, adjust anything, and we'll just go straight on over to the counterpoint, which starts at 12. It's normally 10, but Connor's had a few things on this morning. And to be honest, I was glad for it because I needed a sleep. And then I woke up and we had these articles. I thought, right, I'll quickly jump on, say my piece, and then I can just go relax for the rest of the day. I think I need a day of relaxing, to be honest. So, yeah, I'm hopeful that the Ljubicic deal is one we can get done, because he's now sort of not refused to play, but said, I've got a knock, which is, which happens. And what's that going to cost us? It's probably going to cost us somewhere similar to what Bogle did, like 5 million, because we put in 4 million euros. I don't know what that equates to, but if you put like 5 million, that might be like 6 or 7 million euros. I don't know. But I think we can increase that enough to be able to get Ljubicic in. The fact we've not been linked to another number 8, the fact that we've not moved on from a target and ease now, you would imagine that that's their main guy. Like, that's someone they really want. That's someone Farke really wants. The Clarke thing, we're in a queue. I know we like to queue as people in the UK. We're very good at queuing, but we ain't going to get to the front of that queue, so move on. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear we tried. You know what I mean? I really don't want to hear we tried to get Clarke. We tried to get Rowe. We tried to get Rowe, but Marseille, we couldn't compete. Or we tried to get Clarke, but, Premier League, we couldn't compete. And go get someone else then. There is other targets available outside of the UK, definitely. You've just to look across the division. Lockie mentioned a few names yesterday, but when we come up against teams in this division, and you come up against some of the players, and you think, okay, yeah, he's decent, and then you actually look, and it's like, oh, they picked him up from... I don't know, Danish league just look at Brentford. We watched Brentford yesterday. Look at some of the heads in their side that they pick up for next to nothing from leagues outside of England. We could do that. We should do that. Because we've got like Jordan Miles, for example, who's credited with bringing in, Vladimir Soufal and Souček at West Ham. There are players out there, that can improve us. We saw it with Ilya Gruev. He's a good squad player. He's a good player to have. He was cheap. A lot of our pickups have been cheap. Bloody hell, Chris Somerville and Willie Gnonto were less than 5 million, less than 7 million each, together. Which is mad. So there's loads of players out there. Loads. We just got to use that bloody network. I don't know where you've heard that, Bob, but it wouldn't surprise me if Gnonto has a release clause. Everybody does. I have a Santa Claus, man. Everyone's got Santa Clauses all over the gaff. Them's the truth. But yeah, don't believe everything you fucking see, right? because there's no way that the Jack Clarke stuff happens. Anyway, let's have a look at the poll. First of all, two things. You're on a list, Premier League clubs. At what point do you go, oh, they're not going to come, so we'll now push our button? And do you genuinely believe that 49ers will pay 20 million plus for Clarke? 81% of you don't think we will. So, oh mate, I can't lie to you. Did you see Ren fans yesterday? Did you see Ren fans rejoicing at Glenn Kamara's performance? Who was rubbish, by the way. He's rubbish, man. Well, my God. I mean, here you go. Here's a lovely little article for you. One of the best. French media stunned by very intelligent Glenn Kamara debut on Sunday after Leeds United exit. What's this one I retweeted? Glenn Kamara, we are on to something serious. This one here. I say it again. Glenn Kamara is our best recruit so far. Yeah. And there we go. And we said he was rubbish and, no good. And, he doesn't shoot. But, someone made a great point. If Glenn Kamara would have played against Portsmouth, we don't concede 3. There's probably something in that, so press resistant, keeping hold of the ball, boom, boom, boom. Jamie, I said this. You said it. We said it. That would have been a great midfield 4, but they wanted to flip him. They wanted to flip him because it was double your money, and that's why they need to replace him now. This is the point in it. This is where I'll start to get annoyed again. Well, Ryan. Yeah, I will actually. I will. If he's watching, bro, here's a counterpoint for you. No, I did not, nah. They just wanted more money, but then all the fans did a madness saying, he don't want to be here, he's rubbish, he don't shoot. Like, I get it, I do. But we still should have kept him. And exactly, mate, catastrophic. Well, here we go. Leeds didn't have to sell. They chose to sell, as we've seen. Gnonto wanted to leave last summer. He didn't leave. You could have convinced him and told him no. You could have told him no. No, 100%. But he don't shout. Hey, man. Yeah. Hey. He's not average, so... Not for where we are right now, Chris. He's not average. He's not average at all. At all, by any stretch of the imagination. Where's this actual news come from about Gnonto, by the way? I think there's a lot of people moonlighting as like, and you could say this about me as well. There's a lot of people moonlighting online and that, like there on it. Yeah, mad. You can have a Santa Claus. Yeah, we are, Ethan. That's where we're going. So I'm going to end the stream now. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, hit that notification bell. Don't go anywhere though, because as this ends, we're going to go straight on over to Counterpoint. Okay, go over there, and I want you to put in the chat, Just Joe Raid. Peace out, folks. Have a great day, and thanks for the love. Sorry for the rant.